sometimes I just want to cry. I can't even do that, bro. You know, I was just thinking today, like, sometimes me and my daughter, we play doctor, and she said, today she said, my knee broke. I'm like, your knee didn't break. I knew you your whole life, your knee was not broken. She's almost 3, so she's just exploring her imagination. I found that beautiful, man. And, she said, Daddy, have you ever broken a bone before? I said, yeah, I've broken the bone. I was probably in the 5th grade. I was a little bit older than you when that happened. And she said, what happened? I said, I was riding a bike. And on my bike, I had a football in a plastic bag tied onto the handles. I know she probably was like, what's that? And I was riding my bike and I turned in a corner and I still remember I fell on some gravel and I landed on my wrist, my left wrist. And I knew something was wrong. I just felt a really sharp pain. But I got up and I kept riding to the park where I was going to go play with friends. And it did hurt after a while, but I just kept pushing through the pain, man. And then I remember riding home, telling my mom I fell on my hand. And she's like, man, it looks kind of swollen, but I swear I go to sleep. And when you wake up, if it looks any different, we can go to the doctor. Man, I went to sleep, woke up probably in the middle of the night. My shit was swollen, purple. She was like, oh shit. So we went to urgent care and they took an x-ray and my shit was shattered in like 2 different places. And I didn't even really feel the pain. I just kept pushing through it. And it was like, oh, you need to go to the hospital. We can, they gotta get you in the cast, a splint. So they put me in a splint. I ended up getting the cast and that shit was shattered for like 6 weeks. And me telling her that, she was like, oh, you weren't, did it hurt you? And I'm like, no, it didn't hurt. And I just think about like how I pushed through the pain at that young age, man, as a young black boy. And I'm a grown ass man and I still do the same shit. I still push through the pain and the suffering and discontentment, all those things, man. I push through with it, and I don't know if that's the DNA or post-traumatic slave disorder or whatever you may call it or what, but I just think that's a frequency that I've been living on for a long time. The pain and the struggle, man, and getting out of that frequency is tough. Anytime you're trying to level up to a new system or try to get out of the old things that you won't learn from your youth, all the belief systems, because your belief systems make you, you know what I mean? Getting out of that is pain and suffering, man. And I remember, man, like, this shit was sore, purple. It's just like life, man. You still want to get to your destination, just like I still wanted to get to the park. And I was willing to suffer through the pain just to get there. It shouldn't be like that, though. Shit should be smooth, you know what I mean? But that's the way my life has been. And I'm trying to break through it. I'm trying to break through that. Get through that frequency, man. You know what I mean? Don't get addicted to the frequency of struggle. That's not where you're supposed to live, man. That's not where I'm supposed to live. I'm just trying to make my life simpler and do the things that I love to do. It might take some sacrifices and it might take a little struggle here and there, but I want to make my life simpler, man. I want to go through that process of just making it simpler. That's all, man.